Hello, thanks for tuning in. It's Kel's Creation Station. Today I want to show you what I call my little miniature cozy kitchen. I just want to live here. It's so precious. So what I'll do is let me just hold it up, okay? I'll just hold it up. Look at this preciousness. Just get close, okay? So the shelf up there is made of Jenga pieces and little jars from the Dollar Tree. And the planters are little caps. Little caps, people. The window was actually the first thing that I made. That is a piece of fabric for the curtains from the Dollar Tree. And these parts, let me push you down here now. These parts here are popsicle sticks, and then this is actually a piece of glass from an old picture frame, okay? And I put the fabric around a dowel rod here, and I made it a window. This is one of those lanterns from Temu again. They do turn on and hang, and they're very precious. Let's see, so going back to the shelf, I used real angel hair spaghetti, and I just put it in this jar, okay? There is another kind of seasoning in here. What's in there? Oh, rosemary. See, I like to use real stuff when I can. Now, these are just clay, so I made like little, I think I wanted that to be like cherries, little cherries, peaches, strawberries. I bought the strawberry pieces, but then I poured in some UV resin and made it look like it was in like a jelly, in like a goop, okay? These are like the little caps from something. I know it wasn't toothpaste, but it looks like that, right? These are just fake plants from the Dollar Tree. These are pieces of a makeup foam sponge, a makeup sponge. I just cut it. These little jars are also from the Dollar Tree, or no, these little jars are smaller than the size they sell at Dollar Tree. This is from Temu, but I put real spices in there too. That's mustard seed. We have, can't remember what that is. Let me think on it. This is crushed red peppers and thyme. But I think it just looks so authentic using the real thing in there. And I do super glue the cap on, so hopefully, you know, nothing really happens to them. Spices normally last in the, you know, pantry forever without looking moldy or something, so not too worried. This is made of clay, the stove. This part is made of clay. And then this was like an old box. It's just a box. I did make the door open. Let's see here. Yeah, I just made it open and close. I was going to try to put a light source in there, make it look like it was burning, but I kind of like it better closed, so I nixed that idea. Here is the sink, which the sink might be one of my favorite parts. We have a little soap there. We have the little, that's from an actual like Brillo pad I just cut up. Little piece of cloth to look like a towel. And this is also part of that box. This was part of like the lid of this box. I think a pair of sunglasses came in this box, right? So this was this box. This was the way it looked. That was the black look on it. I didn't even have to paint it. And I just added wood trimmings that are from popsicle sticks. And I just cut the popsicle stick and sanded it and glued it around to make that trim. This is a bead. I want you to see down in the sink. You can see down in, I have like a little garbage disposal type of drain, and that is another bead. But the little handles go up and down. You need some cold water? It's running. Okay, let's add some hot. It's a little cold, right? And those are just pieces of, old pieces of like earring from like a jewelry making kit. I just kind of stuck in some clay. The piping underneath, so let me bring you back up. That's some clay Put it in there. So hard to show these things sometimes. Some clay. I just sculpted to look like piping. And it's the little details that get me, you know, like the itty bitty sponge. These were from Temu, just some little fake cutting boards and a little set of measuring spoons. These are from Temu, the pots and pans. I did put a sticky tab on the pot and pans on the bottom, and then I made some clay food to go inside. So right there we have some tofu with some green onions. In the back here I put like some sauce. Let me see. sorry. Let me show you the tofu. Look at that. This is like what I would make if it was my Thanksgiving. And we got carrots that I made out of clay, purple carrots, yellow carrots. This one is broccoli that I made out of clay. I mean, you make a little tiny piece of miniature food and your life will be complete, I swear. And then that's supposed to be some sweet potatoes back there. So I bought the pots and pans, but then I made the food inside. And then this is the table. I made the donuts. This little tea set was from Temu, and I just added fake food on there with clay. So I also put coffee in the mugs and in the pots there, and I used UV resin. So if you mix a tiny bit of paint with your UV resin, it can, you know, be the color you want, and then it has that wet look. I mean, it really does look like a drink in there. And I did the little bit of sugar in this, and I did a little bit of milk in that one, and I made these as well out of clay. And then this little rolling cart is also from, I didn't want to glue this down because it's a rolling cart. This is from Temu. These little additions here, Temu, and then under here you can put stuff. So I just put more of the tea set inside. And that just kind of sits there. And, oh, the chairs, these are like chopsticks to make the back, a piece of foam and fabric for this piece, and then the legs are the other parts of the chopsticks. The table, I love using the top of an old candle, so that was the gold look that it had. It was the lid for a candle, and then I just made the bottom platform out of clay, black clay. So I think that's pretty much everything. I hope you enjoyed my cozy kitchen. Hope it inspires you to make, you know, an itty bitty broccoli or something. It's super fun and relaxing, and it might change your life. Okay, see you next time.